look over your account for a little bit and help you make some progress, you know. So, let's see what you got going on in the bank. Okay, wow. You only have 24 branches. Dude, I need to change that for you. That's a big issue, so, yeah, we're gonna be fixing that for you, so just chill out, man. Take a break, and, I'm gonna try to help you solve this little issue here, so let's see here. Do you have graceful? Yep, you have graceful. Oh, that's good. What's your... Oh, you have 99 wood cutting. Oh, you don't even have the wood cutting cape in your bank, really? Oh man, we'll have to change that. Let's see. Okay, you have a sailor's amulet, that'll be good. And a rune pouch. Okay. Let's see. Do you have a tome of earth? You do. Alright. Yeah, I think we can make this work. We're gonna be getting you some serious branches per hour here. That's for sure. Well, let's see. Teleport to house. Yeah, we're good. But, like, seriously, what are you doing, man? You don't have a wood cutting cape in your bank. Let's go, do that for you. Probably want an axe, right? Dragon axe, that's good. Alright. Let's go get that wood cutting cape that you don't have. Shame. We're gonna want this for fashion reasons. Just in case anybody walks by, you know, and sees us doing this. There we go. Wear the cape, the wood cutting cape. Yeah. What about the hood here? Well, let's just drop that. Alright. It's time to go. It is time to go farm us some branches. Yes, it is. Yeah, you just told me you put in that fairy ring there. That's good. Oh, and I see you even have the mud pool highlighted for when you collect mud. That's good. Oh, you didn't do that. I did. Oh, so you don't do much collecting. Holy, let's just get you some branches here, man. looks like we have to click every time we want to branch. We're gonna have to click. Yep. Well, I suppose we'll just use our spec for no reason whatsoever. Oh yes, this is good. I would just love it to see a player run on by and wonder what the heck we're doing. We have a wood cutting cape on and we're chopping the dang swaying tree over and over. Like, what's this tree even for, bro? We're getting 1 wood cutting XP per branch. Oh, look at that. There's like a little graphical bug here. Huh? Alright, well. Now we go and we bank the branches. We bank the branches. Oh, ooh, a nice round number. Look at that. You're up to 50 branch. Nice. Soggy bread, smelly journals, 100 rock. Sawdust, mud. 5,844 old boot. 10,000 broken glass. Well, shame. It's sad to see that none of these numbers are going up. It's like I'm coming on this account, doing this on myself. What the heck, man? You got 90 Slayer, but you don't even have over 100 branch. What's your deal? Okay, well, let's get back to the railroad here and let's work on this railroad, 'cause I see you haven't been working on the railroad. Okay, this is slightly annoying. Let's get rid of that. Go ground items. Hidden items. I want to hide. Dougal leaves. Did it work? It did. That's what I'm talking about. We don't want to see that. We got little bunnies roaming around. This tree right here. You know what this tree is actually for? You see, you're supposed to only grab 1 branch, not 50,000. You just grab 1 branch and you turn it into a lyre. It's like a musical instrument. I guess it's for like a quest or something, but honestly, who just wouldn't want to collect 50,000 branch? I think that would be a good goal. 50,000. I mean, it only makes sense. We got you get yourself like 3,000 mud, 1,000 rock, 50,000 branch. secrets are just absolutely horrible. Like, you have to do a bunch of world hopping. You have to do a bunch of world hopping and to collect the stuff off the ground. It's horrible. But look how nice this is. It's so forgiving. It's so forgiving. Like, man, sometimes I regret not stopping you from completing the Watchtower quests. Because ever since you deleted the Watchtower quest, I can't come on your account and collect fingernails. I can't get those fingernails from that bush I normally get them from now. Now I have to world hop and pick them up off the ground. I had a nice, beautiful looking stack of 10,000 fingernails in your bank. And you went and you completed the quest and they disappeared. And you knew that would happen. You knew it. Oh well, it's okay, it's okay. You know what I think? I don't think we'll need disgraceful. No, sir. I don't think we will. That'll make our skill cape stand out more to passing players. But like, honestly, who's gonna be passing this tree? Most people would probably just teleport here and go in there, so they won't even see us. So it'd probably just be people doing quests or something. If they wanted to, yeah, because you run in between here a lot for some quests. That's the biggest thing is, like, why have an awesome collection? Why put in all this work if no one knows about it? I mean, like, imagine if like a big streamer with like 20,000 viewers watching walked by here and seen us and asked us, like, what the heck are you doing? And I tell them, well, I just love collecting branch. And then they say, like, bro, you have a skill cape of wood cutting. What, like, I don't understand. And what I say is, oh yeah, I just cut branches this whole time, and that's how I got 99 wood cutting, just from cutting branches. And then the streamer would be like, oh my god, I can't believe you exist. And then he would say, do you have a main account? I'll give you 10 bill. And then I'll say, oh no, I do, but like, it's no big deal, man. I don't know what I would do with 10 bill. I mean, all I really do anymore is come here and cut this branch. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what would happen. You can keep your 10 bill. I'm I'll say, oh, did you see my alt just run by? I'm also on my alt collecting mud from up there on the hill. I think the chat would go crazy. They would be like, what the crap? This is a human being. The level of autism here is through the roof. 99 autism. The Skill Cape logo is just gonna be a branch. Or mud. Or broken glass. Man, we're booking it with these branches here. We're like already up to past 100. Well, let me tell you what, friend, it's gonna get much higher than that. Because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak on your account every night. Yeah, and I'm gonna collect these mundane items because it's funny. And I like it. And I'm just so baffled at why I do all this work for you and you don't put any time in like increasing your collection that I started for you. You tell me, bro, what have you done on my account? You say, I wanted you to make progress on my account while I'm sleeping. And I say, I did. That's what I've been doing. And he says, bro, I found my account. Like wearing a woodcutting cape, holding a drum and staff in a dome of earth at the freaking swaying tree with half an inventory load of branches. How do you explain that? And I say, bro, it's not all about maxing your account. It's not all about making money. You know, it's not all about bossing and completing all the collection logs and stuff. Sometimes you just gotta do something that's completely unnecessary. Something that's just a complete waste of time. Just because it's funny. That's why you do it, because it's funny. And it makes you smile. Don't tell me every time you go through your bank and you happen to glance at 10,000 broken glass. You don't produce a little smile. Don't tell me you don't. Yeah, I know it makes you happy. I remember the reaction on your face when I showed you my mane. I showed you how much mud I had on my mane. Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember how much mud I had? That's right, I had 100,000 mud in the bank. You better believe it. Yep, 100,000 mud. Well, I'd say that's completely normal and reasonable for a normal person to do that. Yes, I would. I haven't collected 3,000 on your account here, so you're welcome. I won't play it now because I know you're trying to relax and, get some shut-eye or whatever, but usually what I do when I collect mundane items like this for hours at a time, usually what I'll do is I'll put me on a real nice annoying song like Taco Cat, and I'll just loop the crap out of it. Crank the volume up. Loop me some Taco Cat. Really helps me to get in the mood for some nonsense. Get me in the mood for some masochism. Yes. Masochism. Oh yeah. 232. Oops, I did it again. We want to go to the house. See, this kind of thing happens when you're zoning out. Doing tasks like these, let me tell you. It's hard to be tick perfect when you're doing this stuff, let me tell you. I say put me up against put me against the best bosser in the game, and let me see how tick perfect he is at this. Oh, but what we really want to do is try to figure out how we can tick manipulate this. Can you imagine getting a branch every tick? Man. Maybe I ought to bring a log and a knife and try to tick manipulate this. Or like an herb and a pestle and mortar. What do you say we do this skill cape emote here? Wow, does that always look that good? No way, it always looked that good. Look how the bird. There's no way it looked like that in 2006, right? Wow. Teleport to house. Sometimes when I'm collecting items, I'll just kind of look around and see what there is to look at. I see a tree right Holy schmoly, look at that mountain. Wow. That's like a straight up, like an ice cream cone. Upside down ice cream cone. What happens if I kill this thing? What does it give me? Oh. Okay, well I wonder how I got that rabbit foot that one time. You could make a rabbit foot, a strong rabbit foot necklace. And if you wear that said strung up rabbit foot necklace, let me see if I have it, or you have it rather. Yeah, if you wear that right there, that's gonna like enhance your birdhouse run experience. Well, not the like experience points, but I think it helps you get, it does something. Like it helps your odds at getting more seed nests or something. Oh, a crap in a hat. Look what I've done. Well, sometimes, these things happen when you're not paying attention too well because you're doing these mundane tasks. People don't realize how hard this stuff is. They don't realize the struggle, man. Oh, what? I don't remember that being in the game. There's these baby unicorns. When did they add those? Maybe I'm just hallucinating from all this branch harvesting. But like, ladies, and let me tell you what, man. You're not gonna see stuff like that unless you just live it up in the game. That's stuff you're not gonna see when you're bossing or doing quests. That's the kind of stuff you really notice and go examine when you're doing these mundane tasks. 'Cause you're so sensory deprived, and it's a good thing. You're just looking for some kind of stimulation around, and it just really helps you to appreciate stuff like what? Listen to Shining Pool. What the crap? What does that even mean? It's like what happened one time to my friend. All my friends were in the car. He had been driving too long, and it was nighttime, and he was exhausted, and he slammed on the brakes, and we said, "What the heck was that all about?" And he said, "Sorry, I saw an elephant." And we're like, "What the crap?" "Bro, let me drive." He said, "No, it's okay, it went away." What are you talking about, man? You're gonna get us killed. telling you. No drugs required at all. You just kind of zone out. And what are you doing? What are you doing with this stew? It smells good. Well, that just seems normal. That just seems completely normal for a smell to smell good. You know what I think that means? I think we're not grinding out these branches long enough. Do this long enough and that stew will grow legs or something. And we'll be like, what the heck? I don't remember that stew having legs. And so you run past it, and then the next time you run by, you're like, oh, those aren't legs, those are just little, like the little feet that the pot stands on. Well, this collection method is more of a flex because you have to collect every branch one by one. You can't just AFK, so that makes this, kind of a flex. But I mean, honestly, who's gonna know that? You say, hey, I got 50,000 branch in my bank. They're not gonna know, like, where you got it from. You could have just bought them all real quick from somewhere. But no, we're grinding out these things, man. It's real tough. Some would argue this is harder than grinding out like a boss. Like, let's say 1,000 Vorkath. Well, 1,000 Vorkath, that's doable for a lot of people because that's stimulating. But like this right here, this is a true grind and a true flex. This is what the game is all about. Doing these long, pointless grinds. Like, I think I heard there was someone that counted all the trees in the game. Like, that's what the crap I'm talking about. That's what we like to see. And it's actually kind of amazing how many different kind of branches there are in this game. It really is. Here's a couple that I can name off the top of my mind. Well, of course we got this branch, but you can obtain a branch in the lumber swamp by cutting a bush with a knife. I know what you're thinking, yeah, right. That makes no sense at all. Well, it's true, I'm telling you. You can obtain a especially unique branch from cutting a bush in the lumber swamp. Do I really have to prove it? Is this something I really have to prove to you? Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to prove it to you. Yeah. And you wanna know the craziest part? Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna obtain the branches on a free-to-play world. Yeah. Now I bet you're like, oh, you're lying. You're definitely You're definitely not telling the truth. Well, what's this over here? What's this over here? Well, let's just go ahead and use a knife on it and see what happens. Oh my god, it's giving us branches. And it's a members item, what the crap? Wow, you're telling me anybody can come and collect themselves some branches in the Lumbridge swamp with a knife on a bush? Lord have mercy. And you know what? There's probably room for optimizing this. Yeah. There's probably room for optimizing this. Because we go to a members world. Well, you actually don't even have to go to a members world. You see, what you do is you bank your branches at the chest right here on the PvP worlds. And you could probably even do a Lumbridge teleports, but you might get murdered is the issue. I guess you could bring one batch of teleport runes at a time, so that would be 3 air, 1 law, and 1 earth. That way if you get killed, you're not out. You're not out. But let me tell you what, I bet a PK would be like, what the heck are you doing? Why is there an animation when you're next to that bush like you're cutting it? Well, let's get back to the actual branches we want here. But there's more branches in the game. There's 4 that are considered, they're called twigs. And they're from the Monkey Madness quest line. And they're during the quest. And then you got yourself, there's a branch in the werewolf agility course. And then there's like, it's called an undead twig you can get by using an axe on a tree near Draenor Manor. Okay, I probably can't show you that one because you need a special axe. It's like a blessed axe. I think it's mithril. I don't remember what quest it goes with. There's lots of branches, and there's lots of rocks in this game too you can collect. There's a muddy rock up there somewhere. And then like there's some rocks in your bank that I collected from the, oh, I'll show you. I collected you some rocks here. They're special, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, these rocks here, they're special. You can only get them while you're doing the tourist trap quest. Yeah. You have to do some wizardry. That's for sure. But if you can remember this, during the tourist trap, you have to go under that camp in the desert, and they lock you away in the cell, and they want you to mine They want you to mine rocks or something. Oh, I got in the habit of doing my mud routes. My mud route there, meant to go this way. This is very similar to the mud collecting. The scenery is very similar. But let me tell you what, that was kind of fun trying to figure out on my own how I could get those rocks to the bank, you know. I can't quite remember, but I might have had to take one at a time to the bank. But luckily, when I completed the tourist trap for you, I knew that they wouldn't despawn out of the bank like the freaking fingernails. You blew it smalls with the fingernails. I collected 10,000 fingernails and you blow it. You blow it. But that's okay. 'Cause you know what? At the end of the day, you can't take away hunter levels, and I gained you a lot of hunter levels by gathering those fingernails, because I had to individually use I had to hunt implings and put them in magical boxes. You see, I do these things that they might surprise you. You might not understand what a magical impling box is, but you see, you go and you hunt implings, you put them in these magic boxes, and you get hunter XP. But that's not why I do it. You see, once you have an impling in those magic boxes, you can use it to bank 2 items instantly. They go to your bank, and that's what I did with those 10,000 fingernails. I needed 5,000 magic impling boxes, because it just seemed like it made it faster instead of running to the bank and then having to, yeah. It would have helped if I could do like a watchtower teleport, but you have to complete the quest to unlock that. And then it would help. I think an arty cloak would help, but I'm pretty sure you can't get it because you have to like maybe complete the watchtower quest or something. Yeah, I bet you're not gonna believe this, but that was probably the most fun thing there was to collect, was the fingernails, because during the watchtower quest, that was the most fun thing that I've done on your account, because you gotta do the magic implings, gotta do that, and then you gotta go and there's a special bush, and you search the bush and you find one piece of fingernails. There's 3 fingernails ammo stack. And you can only collect one at a time. You can't just keep spam clicking on the bush to search it like we're doing here. You have to collect one fingernail, drop it, collect another fingernail, drop it. Keep doing that until it says you have however many on the ground. You gotta, I don't know, maybe like it was 23 or something. Then you gotta pick them all up and then you bank it with your magic impling boxes. And you bring a bunch of the magic impling boxes. Oh, well, look at that. A lamp. Well, I'm sorry to say, but the branches are more important. The branches are more important. We're gonna go to the house. Yeah, you've heard of XP waste. Well, that's branch waste. Having to go through the menu and select the XP you want is just, it's taken away from our branches. We could have collected like probably half a branch in that time. It's kind of mesmerizing seeing the one wood cutting XP just slowly go up. This is kind of like thieving in a way. Just makes you wonder how there's so many branches in this dang tree. And the noises that are coming from it sound like a magic tree. Let's go compare it. Let's go compare it with a magic tree and see if it sounds the same. Let's go see. And for some reason, the first place that comes to mind, well, unfortunately this one doesn't make noises, but the first place that comes to mind is kind of a bit of a walk. I'm sure there's places that are closer, but this is the first place that comes to mind, is over here. Right there. Magic trees. Let's see what noises they make. The swaying tree made a sound like dink, 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 dink. Dink, 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 dink. Let's see what the... Well, it's hard when there's 4 of them screaming at you. But I think it might be a different sound effect. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, let's go compare that. Oops. Bremenix layered cave. See the legs on the pot? that's definitely a different sound. Wow. So we're kind of getting spoiled. Because they could have easily just made this sound like a magic tree sound effect, and then this would be even more mundane and boring, but this helps. We're actually experiencing something in the game that just regular players wouldn't pay any attention to. Like, we get to listen to this sound effect more times ever than a normal player would ever listen to it. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. See, they don't think about these things. Maybe they didn't even have their sound effects on, or the music was spoiling it. But like, we can really just analyze these noises we're hearing. I think maybe they made that sound with like some kind of chime or something. Like a little tiny wind chime. Or maybe like it's a digital wind chime noise. We passed the 500 threshold. We passed the 500 threshold. That's great. I'm gonna grab 18 of them. And I wonder if I can trade these. Probably not. Well, it'll be funny if like some player comes along and sees a bunch of branches on the dock. They'd probably be like, what the heck is that from? Where do you get these branches? I'll do that with socks and temperas. Yeah, I'll bring a bunch of socks and I'll just drop them all over the place. Or I'll go to pest control with a bunch of raw fish and just drop it all over the ground. And people are like, what the heck is going on? You can't even get raw fish here. Someone really brought all that fish to drop all over the ground. And I would say yes. And I might have even brought a fish barrel so I could break more. But I can't remember, because maybe you can't withdraw the fish unless you're at a bank. Well, there you go. There's 500 branches. Probably can't. Yeah. 500 branches. And I swear to God, if you incinerate these again, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. I was almost up to 50,000 too. That was the goal, and you incinerated them. So I'm hoping you just don't notice. I'm hoping you just don't even look at this tab when you wake up, okay? I don't want you deleting the branches. Well, I hope you enjoyed